We've got a couple of special guests that have arrived since. First up, let's meet the person who has probably made the biggest difference to Animal Crossing. You may have seen her petition for more inclusive hairstyles, especially for the Black and people of color community. And as of the latest update, Nintendo has listened and put the hairstyles in. So let's welcome all the way from Denver, Colorado. Let's welcome Taniesha Bracken.
Hi, yay, that was so sweet. Thank you for that intro.
No.
So sweet.
Well, thank you for coming all the way here. I mean, yes,
Definitely.
On Dodo Airlines and also in real life too, Melbourne.
The Dodo Airlines flights can be stressful, man.
Yeah. I love there's no security though.
Right.
No
it's not very. You just go.
No TSA.
I wish real life was like Animal Crossing. It's a lot simpler.
All right, let's take you around to our island and chat further. Taniesha, tell us about yourself. What do you do in your time aside from making changes to Animal Crossing?
I work at an animal shelter, so I just take care of animals all day long. I love it. I am known as kind of the cat lady at work and just in real life, and so I do a lot of cat work, cat behavior stuff. So that's like my day-to-day hanging out with cats. And yeah, I mostly just hang out with my animals at home. I play Animal Crossing. I love pink, so I'll buy anything pink in the game and real life. But yeah, I'm a pretty chill person. I don't do a lot of like going out or anything. Kind of more of a homebody.
Yeah, well, speaking of pink, Tutu was just here. Tutu's house is all pink all the time. And
cute.
Speaking of cats, like your gamer tag is also the cat lady, and you're the cat lady on Instagram. Where did cat? We actually do have cat on this island. There she is.
Oh, cute. I actually don't have any cat villagers, which is probably kind of weird, but I guess I do have Claudia. She's a tiger, so I guess that counts. But I should get some cats. I want some kitties. Do they have a pink one?
Do they have a pink cat? I don't know. Like my personal island is somehow accidentally overrun with cats, but none of them are pink.
Oh, if they have a pink cat, I'll definitely get her soon.
Yeah. The chat is going wild for you. Lots of applause.
Aw, thanks guys. That's so sweet.
Yeah. So how did you get into Animal Crossing? You told us earlier that this was your first one.
Yes. I actually, one of my best friends played Animal Crossing since like she was in middle school. And she kept telling me like you should get this game. So I just got the Switch this year. And I just put it off for a little while, and she was really pushing for it. So I finally got it. And as soon as I started playing it, I was just hooked on the game. I loved like the creativity of it, just all the stuff that you can do. And yeah, so I've just been playing it. At the beginning of quarantine, I played for hours and hours a day. Just like you get sucked in and you just start doing things, and like 5 hours later, you're like, wow, I've been playing this game for a really long time.
Yeah, it's been interesting with the quarantine too, because like previously, they talk about Animal Crossing being designed as like a long-term game. Like you're not meant to spend 100 hours on it in a day. You're meant to play a little bit every day over time.
That you get sucked in. It's hard.
Yeah, it's like now everyone got stuck in quarantine. It's like, well, there's nothing else they're going to do in our time. So tell us about the petition you came up with. Like, how did that come about? What inspired you to turn this from just an idea to actually gathering the numbers to do it?
Yeah, I one night was just sitting on my couch playing Animal Crossing. And like one of my favorite things is to just like change my clothes and design new clothes. So I was doing that, and I upload them to my gamer Instagram. And I was just thinking, how cute it would be if I had hair that actually looked like mine. So I just kind of doodled on some of the pictures that I took in game. And I did that on my phone. I have like a little stylus pen that I was doing it with. And I just posted them I follow a couple Facebook groups and posted them in there. And the posts like right away started going viral. People just loved it. They were like, wow, I thought these were real. I wish they were real. And then I seen a comment and someone was just like, you should start a petition. And I was kind of just like, okay, I don't think that's going to go anywhere, but I don't see why not. So I
Right.
started the petition, and like the first day, it ended up getting like 1,000 signatures, and I was like so shocked when I woke up, like, oh my gosh, this is so many people that care. And
Yep.
so then I decided to kind of try to push it a little bit more, and I like started spamming groups on Facebook. I was just super annoying about it all the time, posting everywhere.
Yep.
And yeah, people just really cared about it, and I think it's so cool how people like understood how important it was to have that
Mm.
representation. And so yeah, I ended up getting over 57,000 signatures. And it's just crazy that Nintendo saw it and actually like did something about it.
Yeah, did Nintendo ever reach out to you about it?
They didn't, and that it makes me a little bit sad. Because
Oh.
I think it would be cool to like just get some recognition for that and
Mm.
for, starting this and doing everything for it. But I think it's more important that they recognized it, and even if they don't ever acknowledge like how it started, hopefully in the future that's just kind of the normal thing for video games to like include these things right away.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean, to their credit, they seem pretty responsive to player feedback in this
Hmm.
in particular, like with Bunny Day and
Hmm.
making it a little less egg heavy.
Right, like every second you were just finding an egg and you're like, ugh,
It's
sick of these eggs. I don't want to
just
see them
like
anymore.
just no more eggs. But also like in previous games, the only way to get darker skin was to hang out in the sun and get a
Right, I
tan.
did. I heard, yeah, a lot of people were telling me that, and that's so sad. Like to actually just have to stand outside and get tan. That would make me sad. So I'm glad that they at least, like, I feel like they were on the path to getting there.
Mm.
I think this was a push of something that they just probably didn't even really think about, since it is a Japanese-based game, and we're like not their target audience for the game like initially. But this
Mm.
game got so big so fast, like this particular one. So I think it was just kind of time for them to push that a little bit faster.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And like I remember reading an interview from them about how we got terraforming. It was that they noticed a lot of people would just reset their new leaf layout to get something they could
Mm.
work with. It's like, why don't we just let people?
Like design everything themselves.
Pretty much. I mean, speaking of
Yeah, I
designing, no, go on, go on.
oh, I was just gonna say because I have the Nintendo DS, and I've been thinking about just getting one of the older Animal Crossings to see just how it is and play that a little bit. I think I might do that someday.
Yeah, I actually I was in quarantine in March because I actually just come from a tour in the US that got cut short because lockdown. Got on the last
Hmm.
flight out of the US back here.
Oh, that's lucky.
And yeah, it was like on the feeling I felt like I was on the Titanic the whole time. It was just very intense. And then
Yeah.
I had to go into mandatory quarantine here. So I couldn't leave my front door for 2 weeks. And
Jeez.
I saw everyone playing New Horizons. Like, I'm missing out. I didn't even have a Switch at the time, but I bought
Hmm.
a 3DS of a friend and played New Leaf, and that was fun. But the more I played New Leaf, the more I really wanted to play New Horizons because I thought it
Right.
scratched my itch, but it just made the itch stronger. Then,
Yeah.
literally the first day out of quarantine, went to our local like EB Games, which is like GameStop. I think the same company even
Hmm.
bought a Switch Lite, bought the game, literally there. And now we're here with an entire festival.
Yeah, that's so awesome. How many hours do you have in the game, do you know?
Too many.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure. I
like,
have a lot.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you design, like you mentioned designing. Like, is that your own design on that you're wearing right now?
Yes, I made this little shirt in celebration and posted it on my Instagram. And saw so many people wearing it with their matching hair and stuff. It was super
Mm,
cute. But yeah, I really, because I completely have finished my island, I changed like a few things here and there every once in a while, but
yeah.
for the most part, I like it.
Mm,
So I mostly just design clothes and post those for people. And I really like doing really inclusive with all of the skin tones and everything, just to make sure everyone has an option.
yeah, yeah. How did you feel when like the announcement came out about the hairstyles?
I was actually just got to work in the morning. So I go to work at 6:30 in the morning, and so I just
Mm.
pulled into the parking lot and I started getting so many DMs on my Instagram. And I was like, what do these people want from me? Like, I haven't posted anything in a few days. I don't know. So I went on and looked, and everyone was just like, I can't believe it, just sending me the update. And so I sat in my car for a second and just like they were telling me just to fast forward to the very end where it shows it. And
Mm.
I just like sat there and cried for like 2 minutes in my car because it was
Oh.
just so cool. It's a weird feeling to describe when like you finally are recognized for something that you've been working so hard for.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
yeah, I definitely cried a little. And my work family too, they're really supportive. So when I got to work and told them, everyone, we like celebrated and we're so excited. So it was just super cool to finally, be heard for that.
Oh, the chat is also like very appreciative. Like, what a dream. Woohoo, Tanisha, thank you. So happy I made this one. Um,
Oh,
Chat, if you have any questions for Tanisha, send them in and we'll send them over. This is our little meditation grove, little bamboo chill out space.
yeah, it's so chill. It's making me feel really zen. I love it.
Nice. That's the aim. You might fall asleep in there. Let's go wandering around a bit. You work. Speaking about work, you work in an animal sanctuary,
Yes.
but you also have you have this kind of interesting thing about you is that you are allergic, and yet you persevere.
Yep, I am allergic to cats and dogs. And I do work in a shelter with primarily cats and dogs all day long. Um, I just, I take some allergy pills and I go to work and just deal with it. Um, there's so many homeless pets in just the world, but especially like here in Denver, and there's so many homeless animals that are
Mm,
sick, injured, just need homes, need, you know, so a temporary place to stay until we can find them the best place.
yeah.
So that's just what we do, and I just really love it. I've been working in the shelter for over 3 years now, and I really don't see myself doing anything else. So I think I'm stuck in the shelter.
Have you like what got you into like the working in the shelter and just being into animals in general? Yes.
Yeah, ever since I was little, I just always loved animals. Like I was always the kid bringing like strays home and asking if we could keep them and stuff. And so I always loved that part. Um,
Mhm.
and then I did go to college and got my degree in zoology, which
Mm,
wasn't the smartest idea because you will never make a lot of money in the animal field. But it was like a passion, so I did that.
yeah.
But it was just my first job out of college. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if I would like it. I
Mhm.
expected to work in a zoo at some point.
Mm,
But you just get so attached to the animals that you meet and you see coming through the shelter. You see really sad stories, you see really happy stories. And yeah, I think I just am stuck now. I'm obsessed with animals forever.
no. And now you're in playing a game called Animal Crossing.
Right, yeah, it's perfect. And you can make everything pink. You can make cat stuff. It's just like the perfect blend for me.
Yeah, and yeah, I think like in the Halloween update, well, I think the cat whiskers were always there, but
Hmm.
you could dress up as a cat.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did dress up as a cat for Halloween. You should check out my costume. I made a little custom like leopard print dress.
Oh, oh wow. Is that on your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
The Instagram is at the cat lady ACNH. I love the commitment to the bit.
Right, you got to make it a lifestyle. You got to commit to it.
Pretty much. I was telling Tanisha and Mace earlier. I am also a crazy cat lady, but I am allergic to cats, and it was the worst medical news I'd ever gotten.
That is devastating, honestly. I agree. Anything else, but not being allergic to cats. That's
Right.
sad.
It's like, oh, why can't it be like, I don't know, tarantulas or something? No.
Right.
No.
Something you don't really need in your life, you can live without.
Yeah. Um, the Caters wants to know who's your favorite villager.
I have two that
Mhm.
are equal.
Yeah.
I love Cookie, the pink dog. I
Mm.
just think she's so cute. And then I have Marcy, the kangaroo, the pink kangaroo with the little baby. I just love the baby so much.
Mm.
So those are my two favorite. I have their houses like right at the front of my island, and they're my babies, my island babies.
No. I
What
see.
about you? Do you have favorites?
Oh, oh, I on my personal island, I had Astrid for like a little while,
Oh,
and
cool.
she was like my first fave. She gave me a magic kit, and I used to do a show called Queen Lady Magician, so I was like, oh my god, you get me.
Oh, it was like meant to be.
It
That's
was meant to
cute.
be, and then magic kits
Oh,
just started appearing out of nowhere. And like the first time she asked to leave, I didn't let her, and I felt so guilty afterwards.
yeah.
Like, no, I'm hampering your dreams. The second time she asked, it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm hoarding my two starter villagers. It's Agnes the pig and then Roald the little penguin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I won't let them leave. But they should go because their houses are still like their starter houses and stuff. But
Yeah.
they were my first ones. You know, you get like a little bit attached
Mm.
in this virtual world.
Yeah, I've seen people who like they collaborate with other players so that the other players foster them and then they come back to the
Hmm.
first player's island and they
Oh,
keep all the memories and stuff and they're like, I want to
right.
come back and the house gets better. You've got a question from Ella who's gonna come to our stream later this afternoon to play a game with us, but she asks, there's not a lot of people who would start a petition like that. What about you made you persevere?
I think once I saw like how many people really did care about it. And what
Mm.
was the coolest part is that it wasn't just people of color caring. It was every every kind of person that cared and agreed that representation was important. So once I kind of like heard that message, I felt like I could really run with it. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a well-spoken person. I'm pretty outgoing, so like being the face of that, I think was kind of easy for me. I will
Mm.
say though, it wasn't always easy. There are a lot of like racist people that were super upset about it.
Oh
I
yeah, for
got a
sure.
lot of like hateful DMs and messages and like people just like spamming my pictures with like racist comments and stuff. So I think I've also gotten a lot of questions like of people who are now interested in getting more representation for like religious things, disabilities, and they're asking me like advice. I think
Oh
my advice
wow.
would just be to be prepared for the backlash for that, because you know no matter what you do, there are going to be people that are not going to agree with it or not going to like it.
Yeah.
So I think you have to ignore that side and just remember like the big goal that you're working towards, and then just
Mm.
remembering that the people that are so upset about it make up such a small subset of the people, because at the end of the day 57,000 people signed the petition versus like maybe 20 or 30 racist people that didn't support it, so it's really
Yeah.
small in comparison.
Yeah, for sure. Ella said, please tell me who those are and I will fight them.
I had a lot of support. Even when like those comments came on my post that I would have up, I wouldn't even have to respond to them because literally in a second, like tons of people would be responding for me. So I was just like, I'll let them handle
Yeah.
that. And it usually gets deleted anyways, which I think is better so that it's not giving so much negative attention. But
Mm.
a lot of
Has your
people had
life
my
changed
back.
as much since the petition? Because you got like a fair bit of media attention for it too.
Yeah, I did. It was mostly local. I did local interviews with some news and journalists.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of my interviews did go like national here in America. But yeah, I mean, it's mostly the same. My Instagram is growing slowly, but a little bit faster. But yeah, I just think I'm okay with not having like this big attention on me specifically
Mm.
because I just want it to be, more focused on the fact that we actually got what we asked for. And so yeah, I think it's basically the same for me.
Right. Well, now we're giving you all the attention halfway across the world.
Yeah, I mean it's so cool that that you guys know about it all the way over there, and it's just it's amazing just to see how many people have heard about it and just know that how it started and we made a
Mm.
difference. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, inclusivity is important anywhere in the world, really. And,
Hmm.
even here in Australia, we still have big problems around representation and inclusivity. and anti-blackness is still pretty much a pretty big issue here. You know, Black Lives Matter is still a pretty big topic here too. You know,
Mhm.
so even in things like if people sometimes talk about, it's just a video game. Like, what does it matter? But
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
like you probably appreciate that it matters to have a way to be yourself,
Mhm.
whatever form
And
it can.
especially, yeah, I've heard that one so many times. And especially for kids, because for kids, they're not seeing the media of what's happening in the world. They're
Yep.
playing these games, and that's how they see themselves. And
Yep.
that's, I think, where the mindset starts of like feeling like you're being left out, not
Mm.
included, like where racism kind of starts in kids with that kind of messaging in video games. So I feel like it's
Mm.
just something so easy, so simple to just include it from the beginning so that they're not kids questioning like, am I okay?
Yep.
Do I matter? And I think we can't change a lot of people's minds that are older, they're kind of set in their ways, but we can definitely start working with the kids that are growing up and that will be our future, and we can make sure that they feel like they are represented in everything that they do.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, let's get ready to send you off. But while we chat, what's next for you?
Honestly, I don't know. I that's an interesting question. I might help some people start petitions for other things.
Mm,
Like I said, people have been asking me about that, but yeah, I feel like my part is done. I think I'm just gonna play the game and see what else Nintendo comes up with.
yeah.
And yeah, just like continue trying to grow my Instagram because I think that is a big place for my like platform to keep designing like the hairstyles that I do and the clothes that I do
Mm.
to kind of keep spreading this message. So I think I'm just gonna stick with that for now.
Oh yeah. What else have you been playing aside from Animal Crossing?
On the Switch, I play a little bit of Pokemon The Sword and Shield.
Oh yeah.
Um, I was playing that before Animal Crossing came out, but then
Mm-hmm.
once this game came out, I got totally like sucked into this one.
Yep.
Um, but with my wife, we play Mario Party sometimes, and
Yep.
um,
Oh yeah, because
just
your
like a
wife
lot of
is on
Mario
Twitch
games.
too.
She is, yeah,
Like, what's her? Oh, hello, I think your wife is watching right now.
yeah, I think she is. She's Executed Crane as her tag.
Executed Crane. Yay.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Cool. Thank you so much again for coming on, chatting with us all the way.
yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. Also, happy Turkey Day.
You guys too, and thank you so much for having me. This is super
Yes.
cool. I'll definitely be looking out for your streams so I can see what else you guys have.
Thank you. Yeah, the chat says thank you. They're all applauding.
Oh,
Someone says sorry you had to deal with like the haters, but you know, everyone is really, really appreciative of like, like even just speaking up.
mm-hmm.
Even just speaking up makes a huge difference. Also your wife says hello.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody who's watching and just anyone who even signed the petition.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have made it this far with it if people weren't signing it and
Yep.
sharing it and stuff. So thank you guys. You guys are the ones who made the difference, and we finally got what we asked for. We can only go up from here.
No. Well, Tanisha, if you're ever in Australia, like we told you this earlier, but you're one of us now.
I mean, you might have to keep that word. I definitely plan on going out there someday.
Yeah, come and check out like our Australian animals. We've
Yeah,
we've like we got a reputation for them being scary, but they're not that bad really. Like
I mean, I hear there's a lot of like poisonous things out there and stuff. That's kind of scary.
yeah, but we also got a lot of stuff that's it's like with any wild animal. You don't disturb them, they don't disturb you. They're pretty chill. Watch out for
That is
drop
very
bears though.
true.
Those are intense. Drop bears.
That's good to
Yeah.
know. Thank
Yes.
you.
All right, give it up, everyone, again for Taniesha Bracken. You can follow Tanisha on Instagram at the Cat Lady ACNH.
Thank you
Uh,
guys.
follow her wife's stream, Executed Crane on Twitch. We'll have a next musical guest. In about 15 minutes. Lauren Joy Mularvi is gonna join us to play some music. And in the meantime, ding dong bing bong, time for Tanisha to go home. Catch
Bye.
you later.
Yeah, it was nice talking with you guys. Thank you so much.
Likewise, have a good rest of your evening.
You too.